Welcome to the Big E. My name is Jasmine, and this is the place where we explore, we experience, and we enjoy the choices or the experiences that we choose in our life. Today I'm talking about truth to a limit is still a lie. Today the topic of the show is something Spirit asked me to share. I've been ramping up the last few shows for the month of August, which is 2 days away, and trying to really give some information of what the month of August means to us. What is it going to bring? How's the best way, or strong ways, freeing ways, embracing ways to work through and get through the month of August. Why I say all those words is because August is a tough month. As you've heard before, the month of August, I have been told, is to get your safety helmet, put it on, seatbelt yourself in, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. One reason it's going to be bumpy is not only because of the personal work that we're doing or where we are in our life, but also because the tectonic plates on the planet are going to be shifting, and many of them at one time. So that's going to create a lot of rumbling on the planet, earthquakes, volcanoes, you name it. So we're going to have a lot of energy moving and shifting because Gaia also is on this journey, and she is shaking off that which she will not take with her. That can affect our human body. So the truth to a limit is still a lie. In what aspect of your life are you telling limited truths? The ways we do this sometimes are with family members, loved ones, that we don't want to hurt them, and okay, they don't need to know all of it, so I'll just tell them the basics of it, and this way I don't hurt them, or you're protecting them. Be very careful in the month of August. The month of August is a month of integrity. It's not something you have to be or have to do, but it will be here. It will hold a place of integrity. So if you're not in that place, different things can happen. Difficulties can come up. So truth to a limit. Do you think and believe that you're protecting and not hurting someone as a family member or a loved one in a relationship, in a marriage, because they don't really need to know that? It's okay. I'll just give them answer their question, give them the bulk of it, but then don't say the details or other things that are very important that run together with this topic. They don't need to know. So for us out there who can feel the truth, who know the truth, I expect the whole truth and nothing but the whole truth. So that's me. Now there are others out there that, again, with our loved ones that aren't conscious, that aren't aware, but do not feel that you're limiting the truth to them because you're protecting them. What you're actually doing is you do not have the faith that these people can handle their own life, their own knowing, their own information. Maybe it's devastating information, but who are you to hold it from anyone? Have faith, have a confidence knowing that everyone will handle their life the best that they can for where they're at. It is not our part to protect others anymore. It is not our part to try to save others. It was given to me years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago when I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, that if we stop to try to save another, whether in limited truths, trying to give them advice, trying to stop and help them in alternative medicines, alternative healing modalities, if that's not asked of us and we're trying to do that thinking we really need to save this person, I know best, I'm going to save this person, I have things that can help them, I have things that can work. Be very careful, because those are areas that you can get stuck in yourself. These are places when we do not have an invitation and we believe we're going to try to help or save someone, we can then get stuck. We can lose our way. So truth to a limit. When you have a partner specifically, a man or woman in your life, and you hear them say that I'm protecting you, or I want to save you from being hurt. So little white lies or truth to a limit. Be very cautious of this type of individual, because if they limit what they tell you in this circumstance, they will hide things and limit what they tell you in other parts of their life. It's a pattern the human condition goes through. If this is something they believe they're doing, they'll do it here, they'll do it there, and they'll do it in many different ways. Some that's not even necessary, but that's a pattern that's in them. They're limited to what they'll give you. They also can be very emotionally unavailable individuals, because to live in a life that you're telling the truth no matter what, you can be kind when you tell the truth. If you don't want something to hurt someone, don't limit the truth of what you're saying, but find a way that's kinder and in love. It can be done, but don't limit yourself to what you need to tell another individual. It's not yours to do. It's not yours to protect others. It is not yours to save anyone else. Another way that we do truth to a limit is in the workplace, in the job, on our jobs, in our careers. There are times sometimes when, if it's where you're being interviewed, maybe you don't say the complete truth, but you have a knowledge of how you can maybe embellish a little bit to make a resume or your talents or your qualifications just a little bit cuter, a little bit prettier, a little bit more talented and qualified, so that you can maybe get a job or a position. And yes, you could probably get on the job and you could probably learn very easily and get advice and be fine and nobody would notice. But what does that do to you? That limits you in your life, what you attract, what comes to you. Do you want a limited amount of wealth and money? Do you want a limited relationship and love? Maybe a little bit of love, not a lot of love? It will limit you. It will also limit you in the job that you truly want. That great, huge, big job that's such a success for you. You'll limit what you attract to you. Another way that we limit the truth is when we talk about death. The reason I bring this up is because from August to the end of the year, there are going to be many, many people that are leaving. That is their choice and that is their right. What I do is I celebrate their transition, their journey, but I also celebrate the time they were here in the human journey and what they've given. Everyone has had an effect. Everyone has made an impression, whether it be to people on the planet. We've all done something great. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been here. So we've had a part, and I give thanks to that journey. So I honor them. It is not for us to try to save them. It is not for us to try to stop them. It is our part to honor them in who they are and who they will be as they move forward. When we talk about death, it could be to our elders or it could be to our children. We limit. We tell the truth to a limit, and in our own, we will lie to them because we do not embrace the entire truth. I know sometimes we think we want to protect our children. We want to save them from what we believe pain is. Now, this is a way that we take our beliefs and our fears and we transfer it to them. If you're going to talk to children or they're asking you about death in different ways, where's grandpa? Is he ever coming home? Where's dad? Where's mom? Where's my sister? Are they coming back? When will I see them again? You don't need to lie, but again, we find a loving way to explain this process to them. And then you can also ask them questions. What do you want to know about them? Are they coming back? They're not. Would you like to know why? Would you like to know where they've gone? Ask them questions, and even as little people in little bodies, they have a huge awareness. They have a bigger awareness that we have in my generation and back. They have a bigger awareness than we do. And if they're asking you questions, it's their way and their soul's way of telling you they are able to handle this conversation. So don't make it little. Don't limit it because of your fears. Let them know the entire truth in a loving, simple way. With children, as we always know, we say things simply. And not really obscurely, but simply. And then as they're ready, they'll ask you more questions. When they ask you questions, it's saying they're ready for the answer. You may not like it, you may be scared for them, but do not limit the truth for them because they are asking. They're ready. No matter how it impacts them, no matter how they choose to process it, allow it. Let go of the intention of trying to make it easier and prettier and softer, and let go and allow them their own process. Also, the same as our loved ones, some family members, we try to make it easier for them. We need to stop trying to make it easier. Do not tell the truth to a limit. You are lying to yourself and limiting what it is your life will be or what you will be attracting. And then as in children, if you tell the truth to a limit to them, you're going to limit what they can bring or attract. You're going to limit this process for them. You don't want your children to be less than. You don't want your loved ones and your family members or co-workers or even a stranger. Do you want them to be less than in their life? Then embrace that bigger, more honest, and more truthful part of you. And when you do that and you share with others, you give to them the possibility of that greater, that bigger, that more loving, that wealthier self in them. This is how the energetic works. So moving into August, get your helmet on. You got it on? Good. Got your seatbelt? You ready for the ride? When the planet starts moving and it starts getting bumpy, do not lie to yourself. Be completely honest. Be boldly honest. Be raw. Do not tell the truth to a limit to yourself. The ways I've brought up in the past shows that are so important are when you look at your body or when you look at your life, things that I've had to really change and I'm practicing on is, oh, it's okay and it's God's will. Or it's okay, it's fine. It's all in perfect timing. Seriously? You've just then given up a responsibility of making your life greater than it was a moment ago. You give over and you stop the possibility of growth, awareness, clarity, healing in those sentences. Now you've stopped and you've blocked any flow. It all stops and it waits for you. It waits for you to get a clue. It waits for you to open up and say, yes, I'll be responsible. I don't know the answer yet, but I'm going to ask. What is the best that I can do here? What is the best that I could share or say? How can I best do that? We start asking for guidance, but do not block yourself. Do not stop the whole flow of everything that is. And then when you say, it's okay, it's God's will, it's in divine order. Who's God? Who are you waiting on? You say it's in God's will. You've now stopped and you're waiting. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for you. You're waiting for you to get it. And then we can start asking, how do I do this? How would be a great way? What are some answers, some solutions? Could you help me? I'm asking for that help. But when you say it's God's will, it's okay, and you walk away and you just stop looking at it or stop addressing it, everything stopped. You stopped, God stopped, everything, the flow, everything. No answers come. So don't stop the process. No matter how you believe or what your religion is or what you do for faith and hope and guidance and answers, just don't stop and say it's God's will and walk away and ignore it. In that, so much can happen in our bodies, like I've said before. It's the chaos that we can create in our bodies, the sickness, the off balance, the diseases. Don't bring those into your life. Do not ignore what's happening. Be responsible and ask for help. Ask for that guidance, and everything opens and it continues to flow. It's all in a beautiful, loving, benevolent place that we've come to. No matter what's going on, no matter how you're seeing it, that's your choice. If you see it as crazy or chaotic and I'm dying, that is your right. But as I said in the last show, what is your part? Why have you attracted this to yourself? And what are you going to do about it? Because we are out of time. So make your choices, be clear, be truthful. Do not limit what you know when someone asks you a question. And embrace what's coming and what's going on in your life with openness and clarity. And ask for guidance. And that will bring to you the most beautiful you. The easiest transition. There's nothing wrong with it being easier. We don't need to do it the hard way anymore. We can have it in a beautiful way, a lighter way, an easier way. Because in the month of August, towards the middle of August to the end of August, will come that time where you will be held in a place. For 3 to 4 months you will be held. And you will be reflected to you 100 times, like 100 mirrors, like I've said before, who you are. So what do you want to see? What do you want to feel? What do you want to be in that time? And that choice is up to you. So let's look in our life. Let's try to find those areas where we are telling the truth to a limit. It is still a lie. Don't lie to yourself. Don't limit yourself, and don't limit others. Allow them their process. Allow how they want to react and how they want to see something. But say it from the truth, the whole truth. And don't limit that. This is the practice we really need to bring in, like I said, to August, to really bring into our life, to ourselves. How do we do this with our body? Are we listening? Are we only listening to some stuff and not the other stuff? I had a headache. That's no big deal. I won't listen to that. It's okay. It will go away. But I'm going to listen to that huge stomach ache because, oh my gosh, now I have too much pain. Listen to the little things. Listen to the little voice, the whispers, so you don't have to get to that huge pain or that huge place of being sick. It's those tiny places of truth that we need to listen to. Our body is here to help us, like I've said before. Our mind also will get engaged to steer the way. So where are you in your life? Are you lying or are you telling the truth? Are you in fear or are you in love? When we tell the truth to a limit, we operate from fear. Fear we may hurt someone, fear that we may be found out, so I'll only tell them what they need to know. That particular pattern operates in fear. Change that to love. Change your life. Change what can be possible for you moving forward. I hope this information has helped. As always, I would be so excited to know, how is this affecting your life? Have you seen these patterns? Have you been able to release them and change them? Where are you going to be moving forward for the month of August? Where are you going to be? What have you created? Share with me, reach out. I'll always answer, and I love to hear from you. And as always, I am sending you love.